Hello guys, this is Anna, and today I'm here with another book talk, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, which is the second installment in the Throne of Glass series, which I loved from the first book. You can go and check out my first book talk, I will link it down below. So there's not really much to say about this book, which is gonna be non-spoilery, but I must say that I kind of felt like the writing style got better. I don't know if it's just me or if it really did, but in the first book I felt like there were some unclear parts and maybe ripped parts of the text, and here the text was flowing nicely and smoothly, and I just really liked the book itself. Like, I couldn't put it down. I've read it in like 3 days, so yeah, loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. Now, if you haven't read the book, bye bye, go read a book and come back, and then we can talk together. So, let's talk about the characters first. Selena was awesome, as she was in the first book. She was really awesome here, and I liked that we got more of character development in this book, and we got to see more of different sides of Selena, because we got to see her happy, and then we got to see her sad and empty and just hollowed, which was horrible to my heart. I really I felt so sorry for Selena after Nehemia died, because oh my god, like, I didn't expect her to die. When Selena was running to save her, I kind of expected her to be there at the last moment, but I didn't really expect Nehemia to die. So I was really upset about that. And now I kind of realized that we had the chapter where Nehemia was talking to the Queen Elena, and she was kind of saying like she was ready to die to, set things going, to set Selena going to her cause. So that was really sad. But I really enjoyed the moment when Dorian found out that Nehemia died, and he actually cried. Like, they weren't such close friends, but I think she was kind of dear to him, maybe because she's dear to Selena, but whatever. It was such a touching moment. I don't know. I kind of expected it to be a trick of some sort, because, Nehemia is magical, kind of, and all that stuff, and I thought that would be a trick, and then the book ended, and she was still dead, and I was like, oh, damn it, Nehemia. Oh, I'm tearing up. It's all too fresh. I finished it only yesterday. So, next, Kale. Obviously, he had a really big part in this book, because he kinda was Selena's love interest in this installment. And even though I really like Kale, like, he is so dear to my heart, he's such a puppy, and I just love him, and he's so responsible, and he's just so strong, I mean, like, morally, and he does his best based on the knowledge he has. He doesn't know all of it, but he does his best. But I kinda didn't root for him and Selena being together, because I feel like they're such great friends, and ruining these boundaries between friendship and relationship, I didn't feel anything, really. While in the first book, I was really happy when things were starting to develop between Dorian and Selena. In this book, I kind of felt nothing. I mean, I would have accepted Kale if she stayed with him, because she felt happy and she felt home. She kept saying that she felt right and felt home beside him, and I kind of understood that, but there was no passion between them. It was just nice and cozy and warm, but it wasn't passionate like it was between Selena and Dorian. And Kale, with all his advantages, he's not really funny. I mean, he's cool, but he's not really funny. So I like Dorian more with Selena still, even though we didn't get as much Dorian as I hoped we would, because I really enjoyed him. So now changing to Dorian, he has magic now, and that was really surprising. I didn't expect him to have magic, which was kind of explained since the king have magic, and since Dorian is connected to the king, obviously he's a son, so his magic has not disappeared either. So that was kind of cool. I also liked those several moments when he finally stood up to his father. It wasn't that often, and probably not as much as we all want him to, because, let's face it, the king is really annoying, and you just want to punch him in the face. That's just the truth. But he still stood up a couple of times about those slates in, I'm not gonna lie about the name of the mines or whatever, but yeah, he stood up and I really appreciate it. I also find the secondary character Roland, I think his cousin, Dorian's cousin. I'm kind of confused about Roland because I don't know what to feel about him really. I feel like Miss Sarah Maas wanted us to think that he's bad because she kept saying that Kale didn't like him and Selena didn't like him, and maybe he's a douchebag, but I don't feel like he's that bad because he was kind of supporting Dorian, and it might have been also a trap or, you know, a double play, but I'm not decisive about him right now. So we'll see where it goes next, because there was this part when they said that Roland and this Keltane, I used to call her Kathleen, okay? I think it's Keltane. They were taken by this right hand of the king or whatever. I feel like they're gonna be victims more than actual bad guys, so I kind of feel sympathy for them, you know. Now, returning to Kale and Selena, I really didn't appreciate the words she said to him in the last couple of chapters, that she will always choose him and will always come back to him or something like that. Like, why? I mean, I understand that she kind of loves him and hates him right now because he didn't warn her about a threat to Nehemia. But, like, why would you say that? You have Dorian, who has been supportive all the way, and I feel like he was never really frightened of her. He was always curious, and even, you remember that moment when we found out that she's a fae, which was kind of obvious, that Kale kind of freaked out. I mean, when he dragged her out of the portal, he just kind of dropped her and just didn't want to even touch her. And Dorian, he was really helpful and really supportive. He was always on her side, and I feel like she's supposed to be with him. I don't know, I feel like she and Dorian make a great couple with such passion, and they have such dynamic relationship. When with Kale, she's just calm and peaceful. Yes, that's pretty cool. But isn't she gonna get bored? I mean, it's Selena. It's the Adelant's assassin. She's always on the run. She's always doing something. And even though she wants her freedom, I don't think she wants a calm life. I mean, I don't know. At least, in my opinion, she would be happier with Dorian. But we'll see how that will turn out. Now, about the word keys and word gates. I was kind of disappointed in Selena in one moment when she read this riddle, and it basically said that you should look for the first wood key in Yelena's crown. Why did she only come here by the end of the book? I mean, it was so obvious. She should have checked it before. She would have figured out that the king had it all the way. I mean, I don't know. That was kind of stupid. Maybe she overlooked it. She was worried and all that shit. But I don't know. That was so obvious. I was like, Selena, this is sitting right in front of your nose. Just check it. Just check it out. Also, I have been spoiled that Selena's name is not Selena and it's Aileen or something like that. So I kind of knew, and then when they were talking about the lost hair of this land, I was like, that's Selena. That is so obvious. Even if I didn't know, that is just so obvious because of her behavior. Because she was like, yeah, they're never gonna find her, and if they did, she's fake. Like, that was so obvious she knew something, and that was probably her. But I kind of liked the part when Kale found out. And I really want Dorian to find out that too, you know? But I'm not sure if I want Selena to tell him or Kale to tell him, because I still want Kale and Dorian to bond, because they just have such great friendship, and I don't want that to fall apart because of Selena. However awesome is she? Just really, Dorian and Kale, put yourselves together and just, I don't know, have a hug or whatever guys do to make up. And now to not so pleasant part. Archer. At the beginning of the book, when she first met him, I was expecting to like him. And then it turned out that he killed, well, not he killed, but he decided to kill Nehemia. And he hired this brutal assassin's grave. I was just like, I still shiver at that thought, because Nehemia, I just liked her so much, and I liked her friendship with Selena, because they were really girlfriends, you know, like they trusted each other. Even though they didn't tell the whole truth to each other, they still loved each other and they trusted each other so much. And then he killed her in such a brutal way. It was just horrible, and I hated him, and I was so happy when Selena she was kind of walking on him, like she let him live or whatever. She let him think that she did, and then he was like, I knew you were a good woman. And she returned, killed him, and said, no, I'm not, but Nehemia was. It was just so good, so good, so good. I was so happy that she killed him, because he was a moron and a jerk and a murderer, and I hate him. However handsome he is. So that's it, guys. These were all of my thoughts about The Crown of Midnight. Really enjoyed this book. Really enjoyed this book. I have already started The Assassin's Blade, which is a collection of short novellas. And then probably I will go into read Hair of Fire this month or maybe next month, because I am so loving this series, so excited, and just, yes. This series is my bae. Like, I love it so much. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your comments and thoughts about this book down below, and I will see you soon. Bye!